Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. You know, when girls said, when you ask a girl, what are they bringing to the table, right? And they always say the same answer, me. What women don't understand that women are highly replaceable. All right, what you mean bring you to the table? What about you, bitch? Right? In the word of CGA, what about you, bitch? Right? Like, okay, you bring yourself to a table. Same goes for millions of other women out there. They're bringing themselves to a table. What distinguishes you from another girl? What distinguishes you from anybody else's? If everybody else say that they are the table, they're bringing themselves to the table, that means everybody is replaceable, right? Did you see your logic here? I hate it when they said, "Oh, I am the table. Oh, I'm bringing myself to the table." You know what? You are replaceable if that's the case. Next, get the F out. You know? Right? And what bothers me along with the statement is the guys that are willing to accept that. Like, guys, if she said that she's the table and she's bringing her to the table, you don't have to take that thing from nobody. That means you could kick her to a curb. That means she's replaceable. Right? Somebody will always have to be something or bring something to the table. Right? They just can't bring themselves. You have to have some kind of skills, some kind of purpose, some kind of ability, some kind of attribute to into a relationship. You just can't say, "Oh, I am the table." If that's the case, I could say that thing as well, and you can say, "I'm replaceable." No, guys bring the security. Guys bring the wealth. Guys bring the what? The genetics. Guys bring the social status. They bring all these things to the table, and what do women usually say? Right? They bring themselves. Okay, what about you? Right? What about you that distinguishes you from anybody else? Right? Most of the cases, there's nothing that distinguishes them from anybody else. Right? Their look. All right. Okay, if they would say the look, okay, about another woman out there could have a better look to them. Right? You could be out beauty by another woman. Right? They don't understand that. They think they're the most gorgeous person out there. Every woman think they're a freaking 10. If every woman think they're a 10, that means they're replaceable. Right? If you're a 10, that means I would get another 10 in your spot. You have to have something that outnumbered or outmaneuver everybody else. Right? You could say like, "Oh, I bring my ability to take care, to cook, clean, take care of the kids, all these stuff, maintain the household, bring peace to the relationship, pamper my man, all that stuff." You can say that. At least that's something instead of saying, "Oh, I am the table." Well, what about you? What makes you the table? Right? A table have four legs and top. What do you have? Right? What, your four limbs in the back? You know? And they always like to say that. Right? You gotta bring more to the table than just yourself. Right? And don't say money and your education. That's anybody could bring that. I could bring my money and my education and all that stuff as well. Right? That's nothing special. You have to be something special to make a guy's worth wanting you. Right? And women don't seem to understand that. They can't see into their thick skulls. Right? I don't want to say anything to bash women. All right? I'm saying most of these modern women, not all women, just most of these modern women, they're confused. They think they're the only one that bringing something to the table. You have to have substance, right? You have to have substance. What can you bring to a table, right? Well, the easiest thing to a man's heart is by cooking. You could learn how to cook from. You learn how to you say, "Oh, I'm a chef. I know how to make all type of food that feeds my man. I pamper him and take care of him." That's what all guys want. Right? Guys just don't want you. Guys are more dynamic than it is. We're more complex than what women really think we are. Right? We want food, of course, but we want somebody to share our wealth with somebody to share our moments with. We want all these stuff that a woman want too, right? Right? We just don't want sex all the time. Sure, sex is a plus, it's a good feeling, but we want something else besides that as well. Right? By you just saying you're the table, that's mean you're just objectifying yourself as a sexual figure. That's what it is, right? I'm sure you're more than that. Are you? Are you more than just some object out there just for sex and looks and beauty? Right? You have to be more than that. If you're a lady, you have to bring more than just yourself to the table. You have to be more than beauty. You can be beautiful, but you can have a bad attitude. That's a turn off for men. right? Men don't like that attitude, right? If I see a woman with a bad attitude, she look good, but her attitude stinks. She hit the road, Jack, right? That's a turn off, right? Guys need to have a backbone, man. They need to up the ante up. I mean, they need to ante up on their standards. She's just gonna be persuaded just by her looks, man. Right? Sure, looks are important. You have to look at that all the time. But she has to have something that builds you up, that supports you, that agree with you, right? That don't put you down when you explore new business venture and and all that stuff, right? Business proposition. She has to support you and support you 100%. And not belittle you or berate you. She could just come up and say, "I will not belittle my man. I'm the most supportive person out there." She could say that at least. This is don't say yourself, right? Just don't say I am the table, right? That's so annoying. I find that so annoying. Like, girls, you gotta be better than that, right? But you know you won't, right? Because they don't have any. Most women out there don't have anything outstanding besides their looks, right? Besides their punani, besides their vajayjays. That's it. That's all they have. Their looks, right? These days, modern women today, they're dependent on their looks so much, and they just ignore everything else that makes them a human being, right? They just value their looks most of the time. Their vanities, right? They don't understand their vanities are very limited, right? At a certain point of your age, you're gonna hit the wall. Then you can't rely on your looks. Now, what you gonna rely on? What, right? Right? You can't say your looks anymore because you eventually get fat, right? Most women eventually get fat when they get older. Right? Their metabolism slow down. They get very emotional. Their cortisone rise up, and they get fat. Right? Now you can say, "Oh, I'm a very athletic person. I always stay in shape. Right? I'm a very active person. I always mind what I eat healthy. Right? But I could. She could say I could cook a mean steak for my man. Right? And now I'll cook for my man. I'll take care of his child. Right? When he go to work, I will never bother him. You could say that. Right? That's more fulfilling, more worthy of bringing to the table than just, oh, it's just me. I'm bringing me. That is so narcissistic, man. Right? I don't get that. Right? You have to have more than this. Right? Guys need to be more picky. If guys were more picky as women, right? Women will be on their heels. Right? We have to be more picky. We have to be more selective on what kind of mate we choose. Right? If we're not being selective on a type of mate that we chooses, women will always be like this. They will not be checked. Right? Guys, you need to live up to certain standards, right? Don't make her feel like that she's a table. Don't be a simp, man, right? Stand your ground, say what you mean what you say. Don't hold back. If she leave you, let her leave you, man. There's a million other women out there that's willing to take her place. She's replaceable. I'm telling you that, man. Most modern women are easily replaced, right? Don't feel like that, oh, you're gonna lose her forever. Don't feel like that. Don't ever. Another girl's gonna replace you sooner or later. And sooner or later, another girl gonna come in her replacement. Right? It might be now, not be soon, and eventually it will come. Right? So don't feel like you lose something great. Right? If something's replaceable, obviously it's not that great. Right? That means she's just a run of the mill. Right? She's a low hanging fruit. Right? If she's replaceable. So don't get anybody that's so replaceable. Right? That she's her career that make her so outstanding, that make her at the table. You know what? I don't give an F about that. Get out of my face. Alright? Get out of my face. Hit the road. I don't want to see you again. Alright? You gotta be cold hearted. You gotta be tough and thick skinned. Don't be persuaded by her looks, man. That's what makes you a simp. Simp are very persuaded by a woman's look. Right? You gotta be stoic, strong, unmoved by her answer, unmoved by her appearances, right? When she said she's the table, that's an automatic red flag, man. Toss her out. Next, bring next one. Dismiss her, all right? Because she's replaceable, like a millions other women out there, modern day women, right? So that gets on my nerve when they say they're at the table, right? Knowing the fact that the men is the provider. When you're a provider, you have everything to offer. She should look at you as the prizes. She's not the prizes, right? Any other girl out there could open the legs and do the same that she's doing. The thing is, what makes her outstanding is her ability to nurture, to take care of your child, to bear a child, the right DNA, right? The right characteristic, the right attitude. If you have bad attitude, that's automatically no. Take her out of the picture. bring on the next woman. Women are not that special. They're highly replaceable. Guys are highly replaceable too. The guys, they work on themselves to make themselves distinguishable from other men, right? So that means when we're least replaceable than other men, right? So don't be a simp. Simp are replaceable, right? A high value man are not, and that's what they gravitate towards. And you look at yourself as a prizes, and you are the table. She is not the table. If anything, she's the she's the rug under the table. I don't know, man. But anyway, if you agree with what I'm saying, right, that she's not the table, leave a comment below. If you disagree, leave a comment below. I want to see what's your opinion. On that note, guys, you want to support my channel. I drop videos daily, and you want to support my channels, like, share, subscribe. And on that note, guys, as always, peace and blessings.